She fumbled like a motherfucker, and that's the reason why I say she didn't know what she had. Because if she had known that she wasn't gonna get nothing, or she had less likely of a chance of getting something better, then she wouldn't have blew it up over no stupid shit. And then number two, she didn't know what she was really asking for. So you
Mhm.
asking for more money or whatever like that. You don't want to do one or the other, but then you talking about a nigga that's all up under you. Like,
Right.
yeah, them two things don't go together.
It's
Especially if you know
delusional.
that especially if you know that he had to get a second job in order to try and appease this retarded shit.
But
I mean
that
retarded stuff.
part,
I'm sorry.
a second job, I'm already probably out earning you, and I'm trying to be a good husband, so I'm going to do this. You still got shit to talk. Bless her heart.
And
Does
then on
she have?
top of that too,
Does she have a baby?
she wasn't willing to contribute more of her money into the household to even accomplish it. Man, please.
Did she, Arnold? Is she married now? Like we don't know this lady, so
She not married.
does she have any children?
No.
So the very thing that she wanted from you, she still don't have. So has she been patient and been willing to work together in partnership, she probably would have that
Tip,
baby by now because you would have
Tip, you missed the
worked with her,
question.
right?
Yeah, we eventually would have got to one. So like I guess like the original plan, like after we got married, was to
Mm-hmm.
wait 1 year before we started trying. You know what I'm saying? Before we
Mm-hmm.
was actively trying to have a baby. But then
Right.
like the pandemic happened in the middle of that, and I'm like looking
Oh.
at the housing numbers. I'm like, we could afford
Mm-hmm.
a house, so it's time to
Mm-hmm.
strike. That's all I was
Right.
looking at.
No.
So
So you were looking
they
at let's
crossed.
be aggressive, and if we have the home, it'll be even easier for her to take time off when the baby would come because you had a good real estate foundation. And wow,
Yeah.
it
What
is.
was
Are
the
any are her parents married?
They are.
Do she got her house that she wanted?
Wow.
No.
she doesn't have the house yet?
No.
She
She
ain't got
got
No
nothing.
house, no
Arnold died.
baby, no
Arnold
husband.
dodged the bullet. I say that
why he did that?
because just imagine if he'd have gave her that baby, he'd have been stuck with her.
She got a baby right
No,
now?
No, she wanted one.
She don't have a house or a baby. 4 years
Nope.
and she
later.
not married, so he
And
died.
she's not. So all of the things that she wanted, she lost a husband, don't have the same financial benefit, and you still have no kid and or partnership in sight. Like I don't know who her friends are, but sometimes you gotta discernment
But
is a thing.
but here's the thing though. If he would have had the manosphere mathematics, he would have avoided it.
How?
I don't know.
What do you?
Oh,
I'm saying it would have
I
been.
don't think
she
he.
So
I
tried.
think he would have avoided her. I don't think he would have avoided marriage.
But
He
nah.
probably wanted to marry her.
No. So to be honest, the part that like I wasn't conscious, like it's a certain level of consciousness that like I got from the manager, which I appreciated, is that like I wasn't conscious that you need to be ready for everything,
Mhm.
right? I'm just going into it like like I'm in love in a movie, not thinking like if you want to like start planning a family, you got to be ready to pay the bills, even if it's 5 months,
Mhm.
right? So if you split in 70-30 and you need the 30, what you gonna do if she, you know what I'm saying, on bed rest? I
Right.
So
wasn't even
basically,
conscious like that about certain stuff, right? So once I'm like thinking about that stuff when it's like hitting the front door, I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, like let's put your money on the table, put my money on the table, and let's figure out how much money we really got. And
Fair.
then she would tell me, you can't put a baby on the spreadsheet.
What?
huh?
You can anticipate costs, diapers, food, childcare. What okay.
I absolutely
She
know. You know what I'm saying?
said
So it was
that
no, I'm
like
saying it.
that's what she said.
This I didn't make that up.
So you went into. So basically, you went into your marriage with emotions instead of logic. So
I'm saying
once
that
you,
I knew I had the bread, right? To be the breadwinner in a family situation. right? So like the lesson I got from my pops, right, is to work hard. That's the lesson, right? You reap the fruit from your labor. So that's what I know. That's what I do.
I get that, but you said, right? You said you loved her. You went in, you did what you did by loving her. But then when y'all got divorced and you was introduced to KS and you started getting all the information and all that, what I'm asking is, you didn't have all your ducks in a row. You didn't have the logic that you got now. So instead, you just operated off emotions completely.
Yeah. So like I'm saying, I understood like how the money worked, right? I understood that part. Like, okay, I need to have X amount of money. I knew how to be an adult in this situation. Okay, take this financial burden off of her so she not stressed out in this situation. I understood that part of it. I didn't understand like, oh, you got to do this too. You got to do that. You got to make sure, oh, this is what she want. Don't listen to that. Do this, because she gonna just keep adding stuff.
Right. You didn't know what to
That
ignore and
makes
what to
sense.
take serious.
Yeah,
Correct.
that makes sense.
How old were you when you got married?
2018. So if it's like 31, 32, something like that. If it was 2018, I'm born in 87.
You ever lived with anybody before her?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, kind of makes sense.
So you were 31 when you got married,
Mm-hmm.
and so and you said y'all were together for 5 years, married for 3.
Correct.
Okay. So before y'all got together, what was your dating life like?
It was me having girlfriends, probably like, let's call it just roughly like one girlfriend a year, probably since high school, something like that.
One girlfriend a year. And how was your relationship? I'll say you said 31, 5 years. How was your relationship at 25, 24?
25, 24. They was cool. I probably wouldn't say like too much bad about them, but like once like you know what I'm saying, stuff get rocky, and I feel like it's not, you know what I'm saying, this is not something I can do long term. That's when I bounce.
Hmm. And beforehand, she didn't give you any 26, you know,
He
you met
don't see.
right.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, Lex. He didn't have the manosphere math, right? So the things that you saying look for, get a red flag, those things weren't even in his purview, right? He had a modus operandi that was instilled by his father that he's saying this is how men move, right? And so all the things that seemingly should be considered are ignored because we deem them unimportant to an extent. And then once he found men talking like how men talked in the manosphere, that gave him more things to put in his equation before making a decision. So, Arnold, do you think that it helped you, the manosphere mathematics?
I think it did. Like if I'm saying this, so if we just reversed it and have the same exact woman in the same situation, I'll probably come out on the other end with a successful marriage.
Say it one more time.
Like if I could restart that whole situation, right,
Mm-hmm,
with the same woman, just change the name, I could figure out how to turn that right into a successful marriage.
With the equation that you learned from the manosphere.
Correct.
Okay. So how have your trials been going, knowing what you know now?
Trials been good. I feel like the hardest part is me like stopping that like old me from like hopping out. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like the old me is just like, okay, she tripping, I'm out. Ain't no, we about to talk through this, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she tripping. You know what I'm saying? Back to the streets I go.
Let me ask you a question. Since they just here,
I'm
apparently.
confused.
Nah, I'm listening. Like
Let
one
me
mistake.
let me ask a question. Let me ask a question.
Oh, now you.
Yeah, I have to apparently. So 20. Let me see. 25. When you got a real job? What year? What age?
20. So let's call that 2012.
2012. So you was 26.
Yeah, I graduated during the recession, and I like substitute taught and like coached football for 5 years.
Yeah,
in
it was
2012,
hard.
that's when I got him.
It was hard in 08, 09, right? So, how many girlfriends did you have up until your wife? Up to and including your wife?
Like total, probably like 8, 9.
From 2012.
2012. So that's 1, 2, 3. Is she the third?
She the third, and that was over the course of 6 years.
Nah, that's 4.
4
we
of the
was
course
together
of
for
6
2 years
years.
before the wedding year.
Okay,
3 and
so
4.
4 years.
Mhm.
Okay.
2012 to 2016.
Okay. Now that you've added the manosphere mathematics, how many girlfriends have you had?
Since 2021, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so you be getting girlfriends regardless.
Yeah.
And you want some Huggy Bear shit like, yo, it's just me and you, monogamous, all that.
Always, bro. My pops took me to watch movies when I was little, bro. So my imagination, I see a chick, I like her a little bit, bro. I'm painting the picture. We like, what we gonna dance to at our wedding? You know what I'm saying? Off the rip.
Okay, got you. So you got 3 girl. So 2021, you initiated the divorce, or you got divorced fully?
The divorce was final 2022.
Okay, was you dating in 2021 to 22?
100%.
22. It's 24. It just ended 24. We in 25. You had 3 girlfriends.
Yeah.
What did you learn from the math?
To like talk to them, but I'm asking the question. So what happens is
You old as hell. Why you getting girlfriends that quick like that?
That's just how I live. Because what I'm doing, bro, is like drugs. I need the methadone. I got to get myself out of the streets.
Uh-huh.
Because if not, you know what I'm saying? I'm a dog roaming the streets.
But what I'm saying is you got this equation from the manosphere, but you keep doing the same shit though.
I'm saying so we talking about girlfriends.
Yeah.
Right? We're not talking about the shuffle. We're talking about girlfriends.
Yeah, we talking about girlfriend. You talking about the shuffle.
I'm trying to pull the card out the shuffle. If I stay in the shuffle, it's 52 cards in that shuffle. I'm trying to get out of there. I'm trying to pull one card.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question.
And then Tiff, you can jump in if you want. Go ahead.
First question. Before you entered the manosphere, what qualities were you looking for in a woman?
Don't be tripping.
And after you joined, what did you change that at all? Did you add anything?
Yeah. So don't be tripping is one that stays constant with the manosphere. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They call it cooperation. We call it cooperation. Mm-hmm. The way she looks at finances, you know what I'm saying? The way she looks at you, right? The way she shows respect to you, stuff like that.
And with those things that you're looking for now, has any of the women that you've been with thus far exuded those things?
Yeah, for sure. My last 2, I would say. And not counting the one for November.
Okay, and then what happened with the last 2?
Life happened, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't available. And other stuff.
So it was just life. It wasn't like anything bad.
No, not crazy. I would still say those are cooperative, submissive women.
What? The math ain't math. Huh?
Because don't you be saying how you want is cooperation, but you're saying that you've had people to do that?
Yeah, so if you want details, we could talk about, you know what I'm saying? We got to tell the whole story about how the relationship ended. It didn't end because they weren't cooperative. It ended because life happened. You know what I'm saying? We had disagreements, certain stuff happened, and I ended the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Disagreement sound
no,
like...
I'm just asking because you always talk about cooperation.
I'm saying disagreement because I'm not trying to extend this part of the show for another hour.
No, absolutely not.
Yo, well,
irreconcilable differences.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait, but all right. I catch your drift, feel me? But you got the equation, right? But now it seemed like you still have the modus operandi, but you just more quick. You're more quickly cut it off because of the equation that you're applying after you get in a relationship. That seems backwards.
I don't. I feel like that's the best way to figure it out if it's about to work.
Well,
If I'm not focusing all my time on the chick, I'm not about to get the deep dive and figure out what's going on in her head.
well, isn't that what you were doing before? Like when stuff got hard or whatever like that, you would dip. That's what you were doing before the
Yeah, but
manosphere.
I'm saying that it's so if I'm finding a woman that's just not tripping, right? And I'm not asking no questions about money, how they feel about this. Would you do this in this situation? Would you do that in this situation? I'm not asking those vetting questions. I'm just happy that a chick ain't tripping, bro. I'm saying I'll break bread to the sun go down if she's not tripping, right? But now I got new factors.
So your expectation is for her to not trip at all, right? Or
Mostly
is
not
there
tripping.
an
I understand
exception?
it's a certain level of tripping, but like tripping to the point where I feel like it's unreasonable, right?
Mhm.
And you're not coming back around.
Give me an example of what you deem unreasonable.
An example of what I deem unreasonable. My
Mhm.
favorite is the furniture situation. So if it's we couch shopping, right? And the couch you want, right, is 2,500, right? But they got couches, same exact size, same length, same diameters, right? From 500, right, to 1,000, right, to
Mhm.
2,000. Look, I'm from the hood, I'm from the trenches. They got a floor model that been there for 6 months that they trying to give away for 200. That's the one I want, right? But I'm trying to meet you in the middle for the one for 1,000, and you like, nah, right? You like, if we not getting this one, we could just not get a couch. And then now from that point on, right, we talking about, oh, if you not gonna listen to me, I don't care about this, and everything turns into the couch. Right? Dinner, right, is about the couch. Going to work in the morning, right? Who parking first in the tandem park is about the couch. You don't listen to me no way. I don't, go ahead. You can move the car if you want to. Right? That's what I deem to be uncooperation in situations like that.
And that was one of the points that you said is something that you look for in a woman now, to don't be tripping and cooperation.
Correct.
Hmm.
Do you think cooperation wouldn't come with some type of headbutting if she hasn't lived your type of lifestyle before? Like if she's
Yeah.
used to something different?
I have room for that, but like I'm saying it for the most part, if I'm saying being like listening and delivering most of the stuff that I'm saying that we agreeing upon, and I'm not making your life harder by the decisions I'm asking us to make. I'm saying that you gotta trust me on these things.
Yeah, I think the straw is the everything that was about the couch, not necessarily the couch itself. Tripping about the couch itself. Am I understanding that right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like okay, if it's like cooperation and she like okay, like that's the one you want, okay, cool, and then she could be resilient and right, and then hop back into a positive frame of mind, right? That go a long way, especially for like somebody where I see myself as a grinder, right? I'm saying in my head like I'm breaking my back, right, to make this go, and we tripping about couches.
So okay, so I'm assuming this is like a parallel to like a real life thing, right? Did you bring to her like, okay, this is some of the ways that we can probably get the couch that you want. You just gonna have to pitch in some more, and she wasn't with it, or it wasn't like a
Nah,
conversation.
the $2,500 couch is goofy. And in
What
them
you
certain
mean?
situations, I
He
wasn't
said,
bowing down.
you're saying
Oh,
it
so
was
you
to you or to her?
To me, when they
so
got
it
other
was
couches that fit the need, right next to your couch.
Right. So there was no conversation about how, I mean, you could pitch in, some more your funds or whatever like that to get the couch. It was just the fact that the couch cost $2,500. Period. Like off
Yeah,
you could.
I guess to me, I'm saying that I wasn't even thinking like that. Like probably right now, that might have been something we could have talked about. But I'm looking at it like, why would I even let you spend extra money on a $2,500 couch?
Do it.
Okay.
Does a $200 couch sit like a $2,500 couch?
Probably not. But I'm saying we was in the middle. I'm saying if it's me at my spot where I'm at by myself, it would have been that floor model that me and the homies would have put in a U-Haul because they don't give you delivery on the floor model.
That's just, you're frugal. That makes sense though.
$300.
I mean, frugal, yeah, but he didn't even try to work out the situation at all. It was just like, nope, it cost $2,500. Fuck that.
I'm saying I'm trying to meet her in the middle. I understand to a certain extent. I thought I understood women, so I'm trying to meet her in the middle. I'm trying to get her down to 2,000, 1,500, 1,000. But it's like, no, that's the couch, and that's the only couch.
But was she passionate about everything like that, or was it just indeed like she wants the house to be comfortable? This is something she really wants to have for the home.
No, so I'm saying that's just an example I'm giving because it was asked for.
But I'm asking, within that, was that a piece that had a different value?
So in hindsight, all of the other purchases and big expenses weren't even things that like I had to think about. Right. So the first apartment we moved in, I had the money. Okay. I don't care. We got 2 parks. Okay. Second apartment we move in. Okay. They got 2 parks. Okay. That's all I cared about. We looking for a house. I said, I just need a long driveway to go to the backyard. I don't care what the inside of the house look like. I don't even want to go.
I understand. Because you've heard me talk about the way that we were raised, where the main house is the woman's to decorate, and the man always has like a secondary space on the property to do whatever.
Yeah. Did you like her like that?
I did.
Okay, the $2,500 couch. Now, with a woman that can be intolerable, work is heaven. If you're working 7 days a week, all days, a woman that is intolerable, work is heaven. So were you working that much because you was trying to get a baby in the house, or were you working that much because it was better than being at home with Shorty?
Like to a level, it was probably like me clenching my teeth with like a little bit of cognitive dissonance. Like, all right, this is what it's gonna take, right? I'm about to scorch the earth, right? She want money. We about to see what money look like.
Yeah. So what? So you was resentful working?
Yeah, working at AutoZone, bro. Yeah, like it was a goofy endeavor.
How fast can you put on wiper blades now, though?
Real quick, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying. Don't throw the baby out with the
I'll be low
bathwater.
key like looking at dudes sideways that don't know how to put stuff on, like easy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You be sucking your teeth at niggas like this nigga.
While working at AutoZone, you didn't resent her, not even a little bit, for essentially putting you.
I'm saying that like I guess like I like being around cars. It wasn't like it was. I went to AutoZone because it was AutoZone. Like okay, I could do this. I could talk to dudes about their old school, what they need for their car all day. It was almost not work. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still like getting up on Saturday or having to go to sleep. Can't stay out with the homies on Friday night. I'm like, bro, I gotta be at AutoZone at 7 o'clock in the morning.
And you got a name tag.
All of that.
Yeah, that shit make you feel away. See, I'll be forgetting about the little shit. Name
he
tag.
already said that the boss that he makes more money than in real life telling him what to do is like, nigga.
That nigga cutting his hands trying to get niggas batteries out. All types of shit. Damn. So now so you sure you liked her a lot?
Yeah.
But you couldn't wait to go to work though. You was ever late?
No, like I ain't missing no. I feel like I took a day to go to Vegas like one time during that whole year. I just had to get to Vegas. I was like, damn. All the homies like we going to Vegas. I'm like, damn. I'm working on the weekend now. I'll be forgetting. But yeah. I took off for Sunday and then took off for Monday for my real job just to go to Vegas.
Word. Go ahead, see.
What did you like about her?
You don't know.
Look, so I'm saying, so she was, you know what I'm saying? She was fairly pretty. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She was a pretty woman. She was like easy to get along with. She would be chilling. And I'm saying that I hadn't been finding a chick that was just chilling. And when I found it, we're like, oh, okay, like something happened. Oh, I gotta run. I'm running late from work. Gotta do this. Okay, cool. That's no problem. Just come pick me up when you're done. Right? Not a whole bunch of back and forth about nothing. Right? Mm-hmm. So it was a certain level. Like her dad was like a hardworking dude. So she recognized this. So she like, oh yeah, I could trust this energy from this man. Right? Like, he working. Oh, he doing this. Okay. He working late. Oh yeah, I see what this is. She recognized that and she had an appreciation for it. And most women at that time in my life did not have appreciation for that.
So when in those times, what did she do to occupy herself?
She was you know what I'm saying, recreational, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Tree, you know, we could say that. I ain't trying to expose her. You know what I'm saying? TV. She read books. She was a homebody.
Mm-hmm. And so
she didn't work?
She didn't work?
That?
She worked. She had a job.
Okay. So you say easy to get along with, you would have considered that cooperation, what you just described?
Yes.
And what percentage of what percentage of your time was that her default?
Of like the time, was that her default? Probably 90% of the time she was like that. Like if that's probably being like, you know what I'm saying, not giving her credit. It's probably 95, like day to day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like probably like the hardest thing was her asking me to go to the grocery store with her. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest argument we ever had. You know what I'm saying? Outside of like what ended it.
The couch?
I mean, I guess like that wasn't like something that was like a one-off, but like me not wanting to go to the grocery store because I felt like it was just a shopping spree and I would just be counting money the whole time. I'm like, I don't want to go. Just ask me for the money and I'll just give it to you. I ain't going to the grocery store no more.
So during the duration of the marriage, you guys rarely argued in that way about.
Right.
So the catalyst was the fact that she wasn't as easygoing as she was when you first met her.
The catalyst was like, I guess like through my therapy was that the whole time, if I'm saying yes to the stuff she wants, she has no reason to not be cooperative. Right? Her cooperation wasn't really tested for the most part. Right? So depending on whatever she was used to with the dudes in between there was no reason to argue with me. Right? But me, my ego, I'm saying, oh, she's a cooperative woman. Not knowing that like I'm basically paying for this cooperation.
What was you met her parents, right? Obviously, but you did? You spent time with her parents? What was the dynamic with them from what you saw?
It was like, I don't know, it was weird. Like, I don't know. Her dad was like a curmudgeon type. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't ever happy about nothing, like type, but like, you know, they loved him.
Like a Grinch?
Like a Grinch, like, you know what I'm saying, about everything.
And her mom?
That's your daddy. It's okay. You know, what y'all doing? Like, her mom was a positive, polite, easygoing woman.
Okay.
Wait, I thought the thing that broke it was she wanted you around more.
That I'm saying it as far as me, like that's the like when the movie, you know what I'm saying, reached the climax in my head because like I'm doing all of this to make it work, and then she's saying, "Oh, I really want a dude that's gonna be up under me," and in my head, I'm like, I'm doing all of this goofy stuff coming out of my body, right? Doing this stuff to make this work, and you telling me that the person that you want is not me, which is what I heard.
Well, no, because you were talking about you had worked it out, like, after the fact, you had worked it out in your head that it was the first time you told her no, then that's what kind of broke it. So I was trying to figure out where the no is, if what broke it was she wanted you to spend more time at the house.
So when like we had like the first big disagreement, that was like a split between us. So the day like we coming back from like the loan agent, and they telling us, oh, we got our bid, and they telling us what it's gonna look like if we got to bid this X amount on this house, and I'm seeing it, and I'm like, F this house in my head, like we could get off of this mission, but then I'm saying, hey, if we do this, we not gonna be able to have a baby in this year for sure. And we already had an agreement because we were saying we're gonna wait a year after we got married to start family planning. So now, right, I got an agreement I made with her, right, that's crashing against this goal that we set together. Right now, I gotta say we gotta make grown-up decisions. So she said, you promised me we was gonna start having a baby, right? She wasn't tripping for the whole year. She let it go. She was stuck to the plan. But now I'm saying that we could afford a house, and she not even thinking about the house till my goofy ass say something about the house. But now she's like, oh, we can get a house, and she's not giving that up now. So now she got two things. She's like, okay, I'm about to get my cake and eat it too. But I'm saying we got to pick one, and she wasn't willing to, and she like almost didn't talk to me for like 5 days off of that. It was like the Thanksgiving weekend, I remember it, and she was like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I thought that you told her, yeah, by going and getting the second job.
I'm saying we couldn't. I'm saying that the money ain't there yet. I'm at work in the AutoZone, so I'm saying that she told me in that conversation to make more money. Now me, I'm saying it's not like, oh, I go get a job at AutoZone and we could buy this house, right? We got to stack to a certain extent to be in that position to get the house.
Yep, you on mute if you're trying to talk.
I'm just saying, but to Callie's point, your agreement was through your actions, right? So her assumption is she could get the house and the baby because you went and got the second job, i.e. make more money. So she didn't change her stance. All you did was respond to what she said.
Yeah, but there was an argument about this situation where we didn't talk for 5 days, and she was like, trying to figure like whatever she was going through in her head out for that time.
Oh,
right, but that's still not a no.
Yeah,
it's a no because I'm saying that we're not. So right now we're not looking for the house. We're not trying to have a baby no more. All of that stuff is out. But it's a no because she understands that she's not about to get that stuff on the same track that we was on.
Okay, so she wanted it now. You said, okay, we can do it, but like you said, I got to make more money first, and the money got to compile before we can do it.
Yeah,
but y'all didn't say that, right?
That's exactly what I said. Like, so we got to stack so that the down payment got to look like this. Right, for the bid we got to make on the house, right? You gonna want to have a baby. It's gonna cost this much money every month, right? I'm thinking I'm putting money in her bank account to pay for her disability insurance in case she get pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking ahead in this situation. It ain't now, but she wanted it now. I'm saying, okay, it's not gonna happen now, but I'm willing to compromise and work towards this with like what you want right now. That's where I was at for that year.
What were all the promises that she claimed you didn't keep?
The one was the promise I made was the one for the baby, that we was gonna start trying to have a baby.
So that's the only promise you ever made her that you didn't keep?
Yeah.
What did you want more?
At that time, the house.
Mm-hmm.
So conflicting wants. You didn't want the baby at the moment.
The baby wasn't on my priority when I feel like we could buy a house in this market, and I know the market gonna just go up.
Yeah, California sucks. Yeah.
But that's not a no.
Hmm?
Yeah,
I'm saying so. It's so in that situation, that was the first time that she couldn't get what she wanted on demand.
Yeah, I think she was just trying to emulate what she grew up with. That's what it seems like. She had a father that worked himself to the bone for his wife and his family. She saw that in you and picked you for that reason. And when you didn't keep up with that, she ain't like you no more. That's my synopsis.
But do y'all understand that this is like one of those main plights? And the sentiment is that Arnold isn't an outlier going through this type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the main things about the hypergamous nature, the wanting it all nature, the delusional nature of thinking you can have everything at once whenever you want it. And Arnold's an anecdotal example, but it's a macro thing based on what the men say.
Mm-hmm.
So if he didn't get his manosphere equation, he wouldn't have known all it. It wouldn't have been put in the scope in the same way.
Sure. I think the equation helps him see things before it happens. Like he's more proactive.
Except for he got 3 girlfriends.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Except for the fact that 3 girlfriends haven't worked after he's applied the math. So it's kind of like
I don't even know why he's getting 3 girls. I understand what he said, that he's a whole deck. He trying to be intentional, so he'll get a girlfriend. But that is, if 3 girlfriends in 3 years is unintentional. That's mad girlfriends.
I agree. It sounds more like casually dating.
For
He
a
said
year?
that earlier. He said before he started dating or before he got with old girl and got married, he said that was his dating life. I asked him that earlier, and he said he had like a girlfriend every year before he got married. So this is his pattern.
So with the 3 girlfriends after you applied the math, where did you meet these 3?
All the chicks on the internet.
Shit.
Okay. So it wasn't like a happenstance, like just you saw her. It was on the internet.
I'll be at work.
How do you intentionally date online? Like, what's your process with that?
You find a woman,
Arnold.
you date her.
Look at sis.
We getting there, sis. We getting there. Slow walk.
I told you to hit the link, sis.
Slow crawl. Go ahead.
Sis, please come up, please.
I'm saying, so like, so you find a chick, you talk to a chick, and then like, right, so you have like the things where you, okay, this chick is an outlier, right? She moving a certain way. Okay, lock her in, right? Or to me, like y'all be saying, oh, that you're not intentional. I could just keep going through these chicks, bro.
Okay.
And I'm saving the streets for me.
So are you comfortable with talking about your experiment that you implemented last year?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, go ahead. What is the experiment and why did you implement it?
So the woman's POV is a perfect place to bring this up.
I know.
So my experiment, right, is me listening, right, to the woman's point of view, right, and taking what they say, right, and what they tell men about women and putting it into practice. So if they say just because she dressed like that or look like that doesn't mean she's a hoe, okay. I'm gonna take that information and I'm gonna grab that chick that got the little Ken wigs, right? She got her breast out, she got her booty on the counter, and I'm gonna give her a fair shot that she wouldn't have got if the women weren't telling me that I couldn't call her a hoe because how she dressed.
Okay. Now
I'm trying to figure out who said that.
I don't think that's relevant.
It's
I don't
not.
think that's relevant.
He named the show. I'm just saying. I'm
Callie
trying
is
to figure out
not.
who said that.
I mean, so let's
It
say so
wasn't me. Was it me?
the newest iteration of women's POV, right, is slightly more locked in, right, and conscious and logical about the advice that you are giving out during your show, right? But the previous iteration, Love, Q, Tay, that version of the show, right? They were hands off, all women is good, and that's not a hoe.
Okay. So
right, they was standing too close to the hoes.
yeah, I kind of remember that being said. So we're gonna talk about the one experiment. By the way, if you're not in the Discord, please join the Discord because the Discord got it before y'all did. The Discord got all the tea before y'all did. So y'all suck if you weren't in there.
Exclusives.
Join. Anyway,
Hold on.
Please, because they saying it's boring.